for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Welcome. Fade to Black. Bespoke Radio for the masses. How you doing? It is Tuesday, October 16th, 2018. 292 days into the new year, just 73 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black. For KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, The Planet. I am your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, a little panic in the disco right before the show. That's right, our stream went down. YouTube went down. And now, one of my wireless mice is down. So now I'm going to have to reach. That's not good. I got to figure out the timing of that. All right, welcome everybody. This is Fade to Black. And tonight, live from Rome, Italy, Leo Zagami is back. There's his new book, Invisible Master, The Puppeteers of Hidden Power. That's right. Where Leo reveals long hidden information behind the extraterrestrial phenomenon, and it's all in this book. The book is amazing. It's one of those books. Yes, it is thick. It's got small type and a lot of pages, and it is really good. Really, really good. So, no, it's great. And after tonight's show, you're going to want to go and get this. This is, we're going to go through chapters tonight. It's, you just wait for that. And then tomorrow night, Michael Lee Hill returns to Fade to Black, and he is going to reveal members of the secret A.R. Borden NSA group tomorrow night. And we are going to have some, maybe all of those members on this show. This is an exclusive on Fade to Black, and it's going to be huge. What a great week, right? Last night, Anomaly. Wow, that was an amazing conversation. What a smart young man. Tonight, Leo Zagami. Tomorrow night, Michael Lee Hill and this A.R. Borden NSA group. And then Thursday night, of course, open lines all night long. It's just wow. And I do have this weekend off, by the way. Lots to do. We had a huge windstorm over the last 2 days here in Southern California. I mean, like the real deal stuff. So over at the house, I've got a bunch of yard work I've got to do. Oh, man. You know, we don't have seasons here in Los Angeles, right? It's just one long year. I know it sounds crazy, but every day is the same as the one before as the one that's going to happen the next day. They're all the same. There's no difference. We had a little bit of rain last week. It rained for a couple hours, finally this year. But anyway, that's all we have. But the leaves that blew off of the trees, so now I actually have leaves in my yard. Yeah, so I've got to go and this is what we do. We vacuum them. So I'm going to go vacuum leaves. And I got to replace the roof on our gazebo. Yes. So that's my weekend here. Yeah. You know what? I love it. Yard work, right? So, James, look, I don't know how I can respond to this. I just can't do it. You need to go. You're not listening now. Where can I find your show? Because it was just tweeted out. And I have no idea how I'm going to respond to that. I can't do it. What you should be doing is hanging out over at On Stellar. You would know what's going on. But that's our week here on Fade to Black. On Stellar, of course, all the social media that we hang out with every day. On Stellar, I posted my latest rant is up there. My rant from tonight, which is upcoming, will be posted. So get ready for that. OnStellar, OnStellar.com, OnStellar.com, and of course, Twitter. You can follow us there at JChurchRadio. Yeah, YouTube is down worldwide. Yes, it is. But I think we're good here, though. I think it came back. Oh, no, it's still down. YouTube is still down. Wow. Huh. Yeah. Still down. Okay, well, I'm streaming here, and it says that, this is what's weird. I'm over on YouTube right now. It says that it's streaming, and that the stream health is good, and it's live, but we didn't even have this page earlier. It had an error 500 screen or something. The team of monkeys is working away at it. This is a drag. This is a drag. But we are streaming over here, and hopefully it'll be back. I thought it was up. I thought it was up right before showtime. But yeah, YouTube is down worldwide. Okay. So, where am I at? You can email Jimmy at jimmychurchradio.com. Of course, there is Twitter at jchurchradio. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox. And the questions or comments are hashtag F2BQ. And what I am going to do, I was thinking about stopping the stream and restarting it, but I'm not even sure if that'll trigger things. Let's see. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it now in real time. I've got other stuff. See if that kicks it into gear. And if it doesn't, no. And stream is, it's a drag. Okay, YouTube is down. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. We got a show to do. All right. Breaking news. I don't have any. Nothing broke. The only thing that is scuttlebutting around and is dipping into politics, I like the conspiracy of politics, but politics, I just don't worry myself with it anymore. But is this Saudi Arabia? The conspiracy is, yes, they did go and murder a journalist inside of the Saudi consulate in Turkey and had scrubbing teams go on in, literally scrubbing teams. Cleaner teams go in, clean it up. How it happened, what happened in there, don't know. There are stories about an Apple Watch that recorded everything. The Turks are saying that they videotaped and they have audio recordings of it. I don't know what's going on. I don't. And when we now start to dip into the political side of it, who is siding with who and what is going on, I'm just not going to go there. I am not. Yesterday, I reported on the show that they were going to release a report, and they were going to say that he was killed there. And that hasn't happened. So the conspiracy of it, I'll tell you what it is right now. I'll tell you what the conspiracy is. They're going to manage to They're going to attempt to squash it, and then it is going to be a successful squash. And the reason why it'll be successful is because nobody wants to mess with their oil supply. Any country. There it is. And that's the conspiracy. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's get off of that. It depresses me so much when politics messes with my emotions. Just messes with me. I don't like it. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. Just $2 a month. Go to jimmychurchradio.com. Click on the podcast banner. Speaking of issues, right now it's YouTube. And earlier today, and it kind of started yesterday, but today, our FTP servers that we use for file transfers of this program onto different platforms and to move files around went down. That company and the software. So I had to deal with that. And it was crazy. And when that happens, and then it turned out even doing manual uploads, moving stuff around on USB drives and all of that didn't work. That was failing. And that didn't get fixed until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon today. So I had to deal with that. Just craziness. All right. Now, podcast, just $2 a month. Click on the podcast banner. You can also become a Fade or Not over in our membership section of the site where you get everything. You can get everything. You can get everything. Autograph shirts and hats. You can get downloadable, commercial-free MP3 archives of the shows. You can do that. Everything is uploaded every single day and updated. It's all right there. You can get a private email to me that I do respond to. You get that too as well. And the bunker cam when it's working. No bunker cam right now. Okay. Let's get this show cracking. Happy birthday to today. Flea is 56. Suzanne Summers is 72. I want to go back to Flea for a second. I've seen those guys so many times live here in Los Angeles. I don't even know. Well, not that many. Maybe a half dozen times I've seen the Chili Peppers. Saw them at a private party once, too, as well. That was pretty cool. They played on a tennis court. Yep. Buck naked. Well, they wore tube socks. I'm not kidding. That was pretty cool. They played on a tennis court. Well, anyway, that was a pretty remarkable evening. But I watched a series of videos of the Chili Peppers in a studio jamming, doing covers and playing some other stuff, but just and rehearsing. And I got to tell you, man, Flea, he's got that whole slap funk thing that he does, which is good. It's great. It's his own style. But when he just plays the bass and he's back there and he's being a bass player and he's locking with the drums, he's about as good as it's ever been on this planet. Flea is an amazing, amazing bass player. Suzanne Summers today is 72. Played Chrissy. What was that show called? Three's Company. Chrissy. I know where's Chrissy. On this day in history, OTD 1793, Marie Antoinette is beheaded. And before that big chop, she allegedly responded to the news that the French had no bread to eat. And she replied with, "Let them eat cake." Well, they did. They certainly did on this day in 1793. Fader fact, J.K. Simmons. Yep, you know him from the Farmers commercials. I love him. He's great. Great in the new series Counterpart. J.K. Simmons has been the voice of the yellow peanut M&M for 20 years. Yeah, since the late 1990s. That's right. Vern Schillinger. Schillinger from Oz is the yellow peanut M&M, and that is your Fader fact today. All right, tonight, Leo Zagami is here again. Love Leo, live from Rome, Italy. It's going to be here at the bottom of the hour to talk about his new book, The Invisible Master, The Puppeteers of Hidden Power. I'm holding it up to a camera that's not even working. I can't even believe I just did that. That just goes to show you where my head is at, where Leo reveals the long-hidden information behind the extraterrestrial phenomenon. We're going to be discussing that tonight. Tomorrow night, Michael Lee Hill is here with members of the secret A.R. Borden NSA group, exclusively tomorrow night on Fade to Black. Thursday is another Fader night with open lines all night long. The call-in numbers are 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695 or 818-921-6929. All right. Now for my PSA, public service announcement, which requires River Moon Coffee, makers of the Fade to Black blend. Do you remember 2 years ago that we did a series of shows about unity in the community? Do you remember that? And as crazy as those times were, our little family was going through a lot. So much so that everything came to a boiling point, and I had to do a roundtable show with a bunch of leaders where we discussed what was going on. And I had stressed then with everyone, I had stressed that we are family and that we always have to find a way to listen to everyone. We might not agree, but we must continue to bring everything to the table and talk about it. Now, things seemed to have smoothed out for a bit, for a few months, and all was good. But here we go again. Here we go. It seems that everyone is back in the ring to take another swing. Did I just quote AC/DC? That was pretty cool, actually. Anyway, let's do a quick refresher over the last few years. Not a complete list by any means and in no particular order, but it's like this. It's like how soon we forget. This community of ours, it's a family. And when you get a family together, you're going to have some bickering. You're going to have some disagreements. You're going to have that classic Thanksgiving dinner. You're going to have a blowout. You're going to have that, right? But tomorrow is another day, and we all have to work together, right? Right. But we've had so many bumps in the roads. We have so many valleys and peaks and valleys and peaks. Do you remember the Jaime Maussan Roswell mummy pay-per-view event in Mexico City? Do you remember that dark point in our history where it was the end of everything? Right? Sold out arena in Mexico City, pay-per-view, and the people that were involved in that and how they got dragged into it and these slides of what turns out to be just an actual mummy. It wasn't an alien, right? Remember that? Remember how bad it got? How many shows I had to do? How many emails I got? How many calls came in about it? It was dark. It was crazy. And you forgot about it. And that was supposed to be the end of ufology. How about Sean David Morton got convicted and sent to prison? Sean David Morton, right? Wrote a few books, was definitely a player in this community. Guest on Coast to Coast. Never a guest on this show, though. I never did that. I stayed away from Sean. I did. I just stayed away from him. But convicted. He's in prison right now as I speak. It didn't end everything. It was a controversy. There were people anyway. That's another example. How about Art Bell quitting again? Right? You know, how dark was that? Every time Art came back, it was great. Then he quit and, but life went on. The next day, something else happened. How about Stan Romanek? Stan Romanek wrote a lot of books. Guest on this show like 5 years ago. Turns around, gets arrested, gets convicted, sent to prison. You forgot about that. How about the Nazca mummies? The Nazca mummies. Still unresolved. Polarizing, divided this community, got everybody in an uproar. I still think they're really cool. And I think there's something there. I really do. Still waiting for the DNA results, but the world didn't end, did it? No, it didn't. You laugh about it now. How about when Corey Goode sat next to Richard Dolan at the MUFON Symposium in Las Vegas? Remember that? Whoa. Remember how MUFON and the members are upset? How can we do this? And was Richard even going to be on the stage with them? And they ended up sitting next to each other, and everybody was civil, right? MUFON Symposium came and went, all done. And you remember how divided this community was about that? How about TTSA, To the Stars Academy, getting busted with a party balloon? It seems like it didn't even happen now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about To the Stars Academy. To the Stars Academy is old news. You know, they did their SEC filings a couple of weeks ago, and which I briefly talked about in the show. And to be honest, there's some mainstream media that picked up on that. Their $37 million deficit. You know, Tom posting this week, it's not a debt, it's a deficit. It's not a debt, it's a deficit. Okay, yeah, so you post it in the SEC filings, and you're going to have some tax savings because you're going to work off this deficit for the next 10 years, whatever it is. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But TTSA is old news, and it was big news at one time. Now nobody cares. Think about that. Art Bell died. He came back, he quit, he died. Art Bell died. Tragic, right? You forgot that he died. How about the day of disclosure with TTSA back in December 2017? You forgot that happened. How about the Wilcock letter that got leaked a few months ago? You forgot about that too, didn't you? That's right, you did. Now, I could fill in between each of these moments that I just spelled out right now with another 10 events. It's very easy to do. And if we go back to the Community Roundtable show, I had a list at that time of 8 to 10 different things that were going on right then at the same time. It was a really, really big deal. So much so I had to have a roundtable show about it. We had to chill everybody out. And it had nothing to do with the events of today. Nothing. Our community has so much drama going down at any given point that it's really hard to keep up with. But it's certainly never boring around here, is it? No, it's not, ever. It's actually kind of fun. So here we are today. And yes, I see, hear, and feel everything that is going down. Don't think I'm ignoring it because I'm not talking about it on the show. It's all over the place. I read your emails. I see the posts. I see the tweets. And of course, my phone is going nuts. And although it's not my place to comment or to share private information or any conversations that I may have had or am having, I'm not doing this community any favors by ignoring it either. And I understand that. So let me just say this. You can choose to read everything or not. You can choose a side or not. You can cover your ears and eyes and pretend nothing is happening. All of that is up to you. But one thing is for sure. This is just another bump in the road. And there will be another next week, next month, next year. The funny thing is, I'm not sure if the last couple of months can even be classified as a bump. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Without naming names, we have a group of friends that has broken apart very publicly. And now, some are pointing fingers. Blame. And this group was at one point rock solid, tight, friends. All of that seems to be gone. And for me personally, it hurts because it's our community that suffers. We didn't need any of this, but it's here and it's the cards that we are dealt. And so much of it is public that all of you are forced to dealing with it as well. And that is unfortunate. All of us want one thing, and that is the answers that we seek. We don't want the drama. We don't even care about the drama. The drama has been forced upon us. We want the answers to the UFO question. We want the answers to disclosure, our lost history. That's why we are here. And those questions alone are enough to keep our emotions on high. That's enough for us. That's it. Without all of the other added drama. That, to me, it's just a complete waste of time and energy. So, who or what caused the breakup of this group? I don't know. And I don't. And I know that some of you out there think that I do. Trust me when I say I don't know. I do have the ability, yes, let's be clear here, to communicate with everybody involved and those that are even on the outside that are indirectly involved. I am in communication with all of them all the time. Of course, something goes down, my phone rings, and I'm going to listen. But I don't know. I really don't. But right now, there is someone listening to this show, listening to me right now, who does know. You, all of you in this community listening to me right now, do not. You do not know. So before you start to draw conclusions to this madness, rest assured that whatever you are thinking, you are wrong. That's it. No matter what it is, you're wrong. I will say this. Everyone can't be right. There are so many versions of the alleged facts floating around right now, it has seriously gotten nuts. Somebody is causing this. All of it. And in the end, someone is going to get caught. And when that day comes, someone is going to be very embarrassed. Reputations are going to be crushed, and then, well, we'll move on. It's the way the world works. I was sent an email last week. I didn't read it. I didn't even know that I had gotten it. It was sent to my junk mail folder. But I was told by a few of the players involved in all of this drama that it was sent to me and that my name was first in the address list. Yeah, yesterday I found it. But I'm sure that whoever sent it was expecting me to react to it, to talk about it. And I didn't because technically I never got it. Somebody, whoever sent it, was bummed because I didn't even know it was there. Today, all I can do about it is laugh. The email is a whatever. I've been dealing with the phone calls, the text, the posts, Twitter, all of it. But I hadn't read that email, and now I'm so glad that I didn't. Why? Because I didn't get caught up in all of the drama. My emotions were in check, and it was my birthday, damn it. And today, just like everything else with this soap opera, that email is just passé. It doesn't matter. It's so last week. When this drama ends and the perp is identified, you'll be able to look back and say, well, I got that wrong. And we'll move on to the next exciting screenplay that gets written and updated in our big, beautiful UFO community. And that, my friends, is a pinky promise. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Everybody just relax, because you just don't know. You don't know. You don't. You think you do. You don't. It's Fade to Black. Our guest tonight, Leo Zagami, live from Rome, Italy, talking about his new book, Invisible Master, The Puppeteers of Hidden Power. It's going to be a great night, great conversation. Buckle up, kiddies. I'll be right back with our guest, Leo Zagami. I got tongue-tied. I'll be right back.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net.